Well, the time has finally come. Almost, that is. Who will be the honorable one to get the satisfaction of giving somebody 100 subs? Well, it's gotta be me. Boop. Yes! I did it! As a YouTuber who's not a fan of subscriber specials, I never looked at the channel's growth, but instead my own growth as a person who makes videos most of the days and sees the huge difference in skill that has arisen.
Ah yes, look at all the subscribers.
Igelknytt was proud of being a famous YouTuber.
Ever since I went to that VidCon, took that sponsored tutorial, and was reborn as a person with talent, I made 50 videos without a voice until I reached the 50th video, and I knew it was best for me to finally open up and push through the anxieties that came from using voice. But that doesn't matter, because myth hunting is just a branch of my channel. It's what I do, and what I do during my free time, and channel growth does not matter here, because I hate growth specials. God damn it, I'm here to make videos, not celebrate the consequences. Yes, I don't care if it's good. My job is to make my world a better place, and not do what stereotypical half and half YouTuber Fortnite gamer blokes do on Roblox and make a measly 1 subscriber special because I'm thirsty for fame. No. I'm here to make videos because a dark force is making me do it, and I'm used to it. Yes. Dark Force. The voice is in my head, calling me to work because I was a lazy bum, and I have no purpose in life if I do not work. And I go looking at certain games and think, that seems nice to do the commentary on. And that is what happened the day when I fell into the rabbit hole. The day I thought small YouTuber plus small myth makes small difference. And I innocently did a myth video like the good interviewer I was. I was afraid at the start. I wanted to make the myth feel superior.
What is your quest, good sir? You gotta keep your manners.
As the hunters made me inferior when I played as Quamion, mayonnaise. A small myth stereotype. And so, I met Wonder of Shadows. We did not have an interview until after I went through child testing,
This is fun. Indubitably.
met Verisum, kissed the Bacon Man,
My quest is me. Kiss. Ing. Bacon. No. I found him. No, I find him first. Kiss. Him. Mwah.
and picked on my improv skills by picking on Verisum's game.
The quality of this game is worse than my ability to piece words together. It explains why It explains why I cut the video a lot.
He was fine with it. Verisum forgot I existed a few episodes before Asia Horizon was interviewed. Wonder of Shadows became the primary myth I investigated. I crashed at Mentality's parties, did Wondrous dirty work whilst learning the first steps of mythery. I also picked on some PC nerd, what a loser. No one cares that you have a graphics card, you PC nerd. Well, there he goes. That YouTubers make agreements with the myths to gain profit for both. That YouTubers make the videos on the myths get fame, the YouTuber gets views boosted because myth hunting was an interesting subject. You get into it, you change your identity, write a backstory, build games, and give people tours. Not YouTubers. They just focused on the big myths. Join the Armite development group. Get ignored. Give up. That's what happened to me, but I got over it. And learned that you can abuse the development group wall to gain content by interviewing small myths. And that's what happened in episode 1. And like other series I made on the channel, small myth interviews got a higher percentage of views, rather than the other videos. 21 views are a lot for me, causing it to get bigger due to the dopamine increase from every comment, view, and subscribe. And after giving up some epic lore that I definitely did not sound like I wanted to give because it was a Wednesday and Wednesdays are worse than other days because of unrelated personal life, and it's harder to comment because of a major pain in the heart. Search for graphic content and interviewed a myth. I was finally not Wonder of Shadows for once. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. A war occurred in the RMH myth development wall, where me, Wonder of Shadows, and plenty others who had it with myth groups advertising their links and wanted change. I received a personal message from one of the myths and it was basically advertising. After interviewing the Chlorus many times, making him the newer Wonder of Shadows, which every time was a huge profit for both of us because the Chlorus was a good myth who knew what they were doing, causing what I believed was people who are interested in hunting the Chlorus watching the video, making good improvements in my self-esteem, despite my microphone and improv skills sucking at the time. I made many videos of the Chlorus, including one where the Chlorus's pal got into an argument with a YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers.
I always had to be yelled at! For no reason! No reason at all! I know I have to be yelled at! I'm trans. Why?
And I'm non-binary.
Box, stop!
Don't look at me. I guess I learned a new lesson. I guess we all learned a new lesson. LGBTQ solves argument.
I was also complimented on my videos on video for the first time, which helped me because I was worried I was underrated at the time. The group link war raged on until finally admins were dispatched to the location and made shouting available for noticed myths only, carefully observing and inflicting justice on those who broke the pact, rendering everyone else worthless.
Admins everywhere, judging everyone's posts. Shouts. No shouts allowed. Only people with shout allowances can shout. That's only if they're posting their myth links.
Except for Wonder of Shadows, Veclorus and whoever else I interviewed. Who was promoted? Except me. Because of the sadness of not being noticed, I packed my bags and headed off into the wasteland and thought of kissing myth hunting goodbye. Until finally I was rescued by the MRU, which taught me I had mild skill as a hunter and made me feel value, because the owner ranks up everybody in a fair state. The owner noticed my video and I became a B-tier hunter after joining. No, they are not paying me. And so, I got to the 20th video and was introduced to a new myth, Future Dark Meanings, who made poorly built games with loads of easily placed secrets that I could not find. I also went to Mitochondrial's game and also did not check out everything, resulting in an hour-and-a-half tour, which was very painful. But one day, where I was abusing Future Dark Meanings' game, making a clone wall, the leader of the MRU came, which in my opinion was a massive honor being listed by an owner. The god of myth hunting turned out to believe that Christmas started in November and was a massive gay guy. As a sensible description, not as a hate crime to homosexuals. He showed me that I was an idiot when it came to secrets and stabbed me. I also realized I was an idiot because Future Dark Meanings had to constantly tell me the codes and clues. But he also had to fix certain builds because he did not test the zombies out. It turns out the PC nerd I picked on, or whatever his name was a really good myth who grouped up with others and made a really detailed game that no longer exists. Was a really good myth video. The video I made on him became the current most viewed video, behind some unrelating review. Also Wonder of Shadows came too and we had ice cream. Then I broke the law, got jailed and left because there were too many people. Then I had coffee with some guy who said, my lot. I exposed his secret and talked about the time when a story man asked me for a story and got rejected sadly. Then I finally called Future Meanings a bad myth in the friendliest way possible you could ever imagine, and he did not like that at all. Then I went to Mitochondrial's games and fooled around until I fooled around in the game for fooling around. Then I sadly made the last current Wonder of Shadows episode. He had to go do things. But I did kiss Kagazoe, that was fun!
Moi, I kiss the bacon man.
Then Orphangon, a clown I met in episode 3, an astronaut in episode 5, changed their name for the 18th time, and I put on a Russian accent and went to investigate Orphangon's tree myth by taking everyone to an Eggman fan game. Also, there was an actual interview with Future Dark Meanings, or that doesn't matter. It turns out that small mythery is really close to gacha life, judging by edginess. And that became part of my investigation. I was killed by a demon for simping for Princess Rose and then resurrected by some Iron Man and at a pool scene.
I don't know who's more perverted, me or you.
until I let my army of simps go because I had to leave because I was about to have a stroke. That resulted in Mitochondrion punishing me for not showing me all of his house, a 20-minute video, very long, and went to a household that connected to far more than I can imagine. After explaining the differences of insane and idiot by wearing a sweater vest and learned of the time when pink horse in a jar killed blue and purple horse in a jar and took their magical butt stickers to become the ultimate, not a horse in a jar, but horse in a can. I learned of the realm's light and exploited my rank in that group to explore and exploit some more. Then Asia Horizon came and recommended me 2 games by some Asian dude, and I played one of them because Bulks XR wanted an interview and I didn't want to give it, and I didn't want to interview him. Then I interviewed Mordecai and banned Proxy without noticing that they were actually these 2 losers I made not myth videos on, because Ban Proxy kept his mouth too open, and I kept the words in my video, and the 2 are no longer friends. I also made 2 videos on John Yellowstone because the footage was way long over an hour, and now I have 3 hours worth of footage from his myth, and I can't ditch the project because his play was so good. But in the MRU, I wanted to go higher, so I asked the god of myth hunting for a promotion, and he said he'd promote me if I interviewed Baysan. But Baysan could not be interviewed because his game was not for interviews, which is a problem because my series was small myth interviews. But at the end I got the promotion to S+ tier hunter, which is only acquired for hunters who own or co-own a group for hunting. This is why I'm so good at abusing things. But then I came at a stop, and there was no myths to hunt at the moment. So I played and talked about my old myth, Kuiamian, some stupid long word name that I made as inspiration from Flamingo person who is literally the CEO of what Roblox games get big or not. I was an edgy myth, making graphic enough content with free models, bad backstories, and the building wasn't really so good. Bad backstories, not sad backstories. Sad backstories for professionals, not bad backstories. Bad backstories are unprofessional. I just learned building, and I was doing a good enough job at it. But the hunters did not think it was good, so I quit. Leaving behind a super weak message, of course, talking about how hunters only went for the big shot hard workers, psychos, and how the small myths were left behind. Just a lot of gibber yabber about society, which couldn't be understood if you have certain eyes on that society or whatever. I'm not good at societies because I'm not a psychopath. The big myths were big for a reason. They were patient, good builders, good business people, and good actors. They also scripted, which is a key detail in getting big as any developer, and non-improv videos, which basically is animation storytime videos. Which I like to joke about, because it gets so successful and trendy. Yeah, nobody cared about my message, except for that one female hunter that liked how I had eyes of the world of myth hunting. Oh, I would not want to be the leader of a myth revolution. All I'm doing is spreading Kuiamoyan's ashes. The only reason why this series became so big was because there was a higher percentage of views. That's the only reason why I'm making this. Then I used another screen recorder and I sound like those advertiser-friendly unicorn YouTubers who play with clay and bake cakes. And I went to the Gathering of Light and there was an imposter who betrayed the big boss by trying to gain Robux, and I bullied bush ballads. YouTube has a thing against bullying. I won't survive. I also went to Korean IKEA and threw a tantrum because the door would not open and Garfred Flintstone wouldn't trade my underpants for a key! Then Lego Man came along after a long time of unfriending me because I told him to fall into the river in Lego City, and I uncovered his binary, went to Morpherius' storytelling place and threw trash on the entire area, and the Dark Elf lady would not give her a carton of Diet Mini Milk. There, I learned that overly editing my laughing made the video funnier. Show the scene. I'm actually Mini Milk. Yeah, you're flatter than the earth. Flat. Move aside, Flatty.
It's very nice.
No, I am not helping you. No, I simp for Kongak, sorry. And that other rat person, but those are the only two I simp for. Huzzle do! I don't know who you are.
Did I hear the dance?
Yo, man, you go blocking off. It's so off right now. I'll be your mommy. Okay, can I be your friend? Yay! And then John Yellowstone invited me to dinner. Keep in mind that this and the previous 2 episodes were recorded on the same day. At that point, John Yellowstone's footage was 3 hours long and it was hard to find the will to edit it, so me and Hollowed Crown grouped together to do an actual myth hunt on Lego, doing everything right until we hit the end of the bridge that was still under construction. And from the 1st of October to the 27th of February, like 1 year difference, I made progress as a myth hunter, going from a sympathetic little scab to the same thing. Well, but instead of sympathy, it's stupidity. You know, because I find bullying as funny and everything and YouTube doesn't like it. And now I must write 2,000 words on an essay on myth hunting because special say so. Ah yes, my first ever scripted myth video. As scripted Roblox games get big, scripted videos also get big. It's better be. And through the duration of this weekend, I acquired 100 subscribers and it's going up. Better go up at that angle. Too much upwards at a too steep slope and things will be bad. Through my long time of editing, posting, working hard to get my first 50 videos done was a hard route. Oh, the other 100 plus was easy peasy. But I'd constantly think of giving up because I had the same skill of most YouTubers, but underrated. But now, I can see that I was wrong. There was much skill that I've improved over the time of 150 plus videos, and it's this growth that makes me want to continue. The editing skill, the improv skill. No, the myth hunting skill isn't needed. It's better to get big funny rather than good, because people like it when you're funny. And as this video comes to an end, a new 49 videos on myth hunting have to be made. So let me end this video on a note. Pee pee poo poo, screw the high society of myth hunters. I am taking a dump on your front yard. How do you like that, huh? I swear to God, I wish to reach 1000 videos, but I do not think I'd have the time to before YouTube bans me. Because apparently I called some famous musician that specializes in pop Korean style a stinky noob. Stinky noob, idiot loser, poopy bum butt. I bet you can't hold my poop!